No separation, need no conversation, nah, nah, nah. On everything, it's automatic, going 0 to a high, nah, nah. Right, and wishing the wheels will fall off. Time is ticking, it's taking you too long. Right before I decide to go. Act like you heard me. Only serve it up if you deserve me, yeah. Pull up and hurt me. Push the stars. Act like you heard me. Only serve it up if you deserve me, yeah. Pull up and hurt me. Push the stars. Pushing on my buttons with no hesitation. Gas me up, give me motivation. So tell me where we going, pick a destination.
there's gonna be work every day till we meet ends. Have to turn it up on the weekends. Boss a toast to your real friend. Tell me why you're drinking now. I know there's gonna be good times. Running up all the money.
Good times, it's gonna be some good times. Man, we used to pull up and let them fight at that hood time. Remember I used to when it was about that. It had a walk up trip and she get that much time. I don't waste time. I don't have patience, baby. Didn't go fast, she speed racing. We go wild walks up here time. See my boss like a grandson. Come here, baby, I'm molested. I let her write me my suggestions. Pop quiz, it's a pop quiz. All my money coming clean, you can't pop this. She got that locked up like Lost Mill. Come to my lights like a reindeer. Me and Poppy on the same. My diamonds could never stand still. Where you going, can't come here. I'll always take you back for your.
Come over, good time, was a bad one. You say you want, give me something long time. Me deal with this thing, rough something like crime. I make you sing this line.
And getting mentally prepared to compete. You see the focus. You feel the energy. These guys are ready to go. Welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, it's Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. Allie LaForce will be bringing us updates from the sidelines. All right, a chance to check out stats for Russell Westbrook.
And the stat to look at is his steal total over the last 5 games. He's been focusing more on his defense, trying to be a disruptor, and it's made them a lot tougher on D.
Let's take a look at our starters for Sacramento. Outside of the perimeter, Levine and DeRozan. Then there's Murray. Then there's Russell Westbrook. And for the Timberwolves, up at the forward, it'll be McDaniels and Randle. Guard and off guard, filled by DiVincenzo and Edwards. And it's Gobert in at the 5. Well, Clark, everyone's picking the same team to win this one. They're clear favorites.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, and they should be. But you can't take anybody lightly in the NBA. As the underdog, you have no expectations, and sometimes that can free you up to play your best basketball, which gives you a chance to maybe catch that opponent who's the favorite off guard.
DiVincenzo against Westbrook. To the middle, poked loose, and stolen by DiVincenzo. Here's Randle, and the layup's good off the glass.
Randle's a bruiser now. The willingness to be physical inside, a big part of Randle's game.
Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
I briefly spoke with Chris Finch. I asked him about DeMar DeRozan, specifically how you defend him from the mid-range. He said, quote, "It's tough because his footwork is so good. Our goal is to try to push him out farther and make him take threes if possible. And we'll live with those results. We'll see if their defense is up for the task at hand." Guys, back to you.
Allie, thank you so much. Westbrook with a wide open look. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assists.
Boy, and that's a big deal for Westbrook because when he starts to knock down shots from distance, it really opens up his full bag of attack mode offense.
McDaniels finds Edwards. And finished off by Edwards.
Oh, doctor. Oh, my goodness, Anthony Edwards. Throwing it down with force. Get this guy in the dunk contest.
And that great replay brought to us by the AT&T Connected Cam. And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for the King. It's a 3-point game. Levine wide open. Misses the 3. Timberwolves have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Randle with the bucket.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
So here's Westbrook. The scoring numbers have been solid for him. He's averaging just under 14 points a game. McDaniels against DeRozan. No coverage that time.
And you like Murray as a spot-up shooter, knows where to park himself, and always ready to receive the pass.
For Minnesota, they've gone 4 of 4 to start, so a nice offensive rhythm to start here. Here's Randle. That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots. Off to a good start.
Great start for him. 4 of 4. He could be in for a big game.
Certainly looks that way to me, partner. I mean, his energy level is ramped up. I think he's been terrific right from the opening tip.
Hey, Greg, they dropped the interim tag for Doug Christie, as he's now the permanent head coach of the Kings.
Well, we'll have to see how permanent that is. The 5th head coach in the last 7 years. That seat is always in Sacramento.
What a throwdown by the well-built 6'9" Julius Randle with power.
Sacramento's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. DeRozan against McDaniel. And DeRozan kicks to Murray. No good on the 3. Timberwolves leading by 6. Randle down low. Murray on him. Julius Randle again.
You know, guys, every year Randle seems to improve as a scorer. You know, he's looking more and more confident, more comfortable out there scoring the ball.
Murray outside. Latrey. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. 6 points for Keegan Murray.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Randle against Murray. Julius Randle again. Randle's got 14 points.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
And Doug Christie wants a timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over.
Chance to check out the numbers for Levine. His last 10 games, averaging 17 points per game, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. And you can't help but be impressed by his numbers.
You know, guys, I think he's the engine of this offense. He makes them go. Without his scoring, I think they'd be a totally different team.
Here's Westbrook. And rebounded by McDaniels. Timberwolves leading by 7. Baseline jumper. And again, it's Minnesota converting.
Randle doesn't necessarily have to get to the bucket to be effective. He can just face you up from mid-range and do damage.
Here's Levine. No scoring in this one. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, pass to DeRozan. 9 feet out. Doesn't go for him. And so it's Minnesota with it. Last time these two teams came together was also in this building. They were able to win it for the home fans.
And the last time they faced this club, rebounding was their big advantage.
Clearly, that was the overriding factor. A double-digit advantage on the boards. They just pounded them inside.
And the jam by Levine.
Always putting on the show. Levine plays with flair and clearly one of the best dunkers in league history.
And so Edwards will bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. 10-point lead. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
Yeah, I mean, we saw them do a little bit of everything in that game. Showed a lot of versatility.
And, you know, everything seemed to just kind of flow naturally for them. Felt like they were in a groove from the opening tip.
Sacramento's gone 3 of 6, 50% from deep so far tonight. Well, year after year, Clark, we continue to see Anthony Edwards increase his scoring.
Yeah, and I like the fact that his efficiency has gone up as well, Kevin. That's a nice combination. Scoring going up and efficiency improving, and that's a problem for sure for the rest of the league.
Here's Randle following the basket by Russell Westbrook. A shot by McDaniels, no good.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
The 17-footer. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Driving the lane. Takes it off the glass.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
The Kings come into this one following a loss to the Timberwolves in Minnesota. Outside DeRozan. Lots of room. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls.
DeRozan from mid-range makes it look so easy.
Greg, Anthony Edwards is full of confidence, and it's beautiful to watch.
And rightfully so. Ant can do it all on the floor. As complete of a wing as you'll find in our league.
And Greg, when you're dealing with this Timberwolves team fairly deep with size up front.
That can wear you down over the course of a game, and especially in a playoff series, a real strength of this team.
Free throw good, Edwards. Well, we're starting to creep, Clark, towards the midway point of the season. Isn't it amazing how fast this season can go by? You and I look at each other and say, wow, can't believe we're already here.
Well, you know, Kevin, I think it's a function of us getting older, if you will. They say time seems to move faster the older you get, but clearly it's the same for the players as far as how fast the season goes. Opening night happens, and then before you know it, the All-Star game is coming up, and then you get to the backside of that, and it's usually all downhill to the playoffs and beyond.
So, Greg, in the offseason, the Kings made it a priority to address their need at point guard.
I mean, they had multiple combo guards on the roster, but lacked a true lead guard. And they realized they needed someone who could run the offense, hoping Dennis Schroeder can fill that role. Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
And, you know, that involves pounding it inside, getting as many points as you can right at the rim. That demoralizes the team.
And Doug Christie wants a timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. some big men who, when they get it in tight, are as close to a sure thing as we've got. Here are the top field goal percentage leaders among NBA centers and power forwards. Rudy Gobert, number 1.
You know, he's gotten to the top of that list because he has a terrific sense and touch around the basket. He just finds ways to convert low post opportunities.
Yeah, I concur with that. But it's not just finesse with him, guys. I mean, he can use his strength as well. He'll get his points the soft or the hard way.
Now here's DeRozan. 17 points for him last game against Minnesota. With some arc. That one good for 2.
Boy, for a player who can be a one-man offense, DeRozan's got plenty in his passing game skill set, too.
Timberwolves leading by 12. Randle down low. There he goes again. That's his 9th straight basket. He's a perfect 9 for 9. And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for the King. And now Allie Lepore says something for us from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. The Timberwolves coach, Chris Finch, said, "We're a team based on movement, cutting, and fluidity. That burden also falls on Anthony Edwards to move and accommodate his teammates. For his part, Ant said his focus is being what the team needs me to be, a leader by example, and showing them that I'm coachable." Back over to you, Kevin.
All right, Allie, thanks a lot. Westbrook's gone 2 for 5, shooting 40% from the field here. Here's Randle. Murray with the defensive effort. The Kings trail by 14. Levine finds Murray. Westbrook a screen on Gobert. For 3, Murray. A second chance effort. Gobert with the block.
This has always been a highlight of Gobert's game. Elite rim protection.
And now the Timberwolves on the break. And Randle throws it down.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
Now here's Murray. He's coming off a 10-point game against Minnesota.
Yeah, but I thought the shot blocking was the real story. I mean, he was just everywhere. It got hard to keep track of all his rejections.
The defense of DeRozan vastly underrated.
The open shot, Levine. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got 6 rebounds in the game.
He can't get anything to fall, at least not this quarter.
And that one drops for him. And the Timberwolves lead by 18.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
And he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
Yeah, nice, strong finish on the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality.
An absolutely tremendous athlete, able to go up and finish over the biggest of defenders.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. Third substitution now for Minnesota. Naz Reid, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Clark comes in for Julius Randle. Dillingham's checked in for Edwards. And it's Mike Conley in for Dante DiVincenzo. For the Sacramento Kings, their last game a loss to the Timberwolves. Conley inside the line. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. And the Timberwolves lead by 18. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Monk, no one around him. No good on the triple.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear. They're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
Oh, that's an outstanding view from the AT&T Connected Cam. The Kings trail by 18. Pass to Eubanks. Now Monk. Fader on the way. Kicks it out to Ellis. The three. Good on the triple.
There you go again. A nice kick out after the D had collapsed on it.
Here is Conley. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. Eubanks grabs the miss. The Kings shooting in this first quarter around 38%. They're looking a bit creaky out there. And that one's good. Schroeder.
So crafty and clever at finishing inside. Schroeder doesn't lack confidence trying to get it up and down from this area.
Timberwolves leading by 13. Right side, Conley. And that's a foul called on Naz Reid. That is his first foul of the game. The Kings trail by 13. So coming close to 40 years of age, Mike Conley's production has slowed down. But Clark, he is still so valuable in so many ways.
And his value comes in his production, but maybe more so in the intangibles, which are really hard to measure, but they're palpable. You feel them. They make a difference. They have an impact on the team and individual young players. I mean, he's one of the best teammates and leaders in the NBA. Always plays it within himself, has great perspective and wisdom. He's just a joy to be around and a very, very good teammate and leader.
Now Schroeder, 17 points for him last game against the Timberwolves in Minneapolis. Pass to Eubanks. Monk outside. Takes a three. Knocks down the three ball.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
A minute 42 left to play in the first quarter. Here's Conley. It's hauled in by the Kings.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Yeah, I like the way they're setting the tone. Really playing with a lot of energy here at the start.
Monk for three. Rebound, Minnesota. McDaniels got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark. Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
Here's Eubanks. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
There's a minute left to play in the first. McDaniels outside. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. McDaniels got his third basket of the night.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Well, everything's coming too easily. I mean, at some point defensively, you have to take something away.
Your passes to Monk. Doubled by Conley. To the left wing. Here's Eubanks. Kicks it out to Ellis. Fires the three. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
You can rely on Schroeder's passing ability. He does a good job finding and setting up shooters.
And it's Conley with the ball for the Timberwolves. 9-point game. Shoots over Schroeder, and again it's Minnesota. There's 31 seconds left in the first quarter. Conley against Schroeder. Pass to Monk. 17 seconds left in the first quarter. Back to Schroeder. Lets it go from deep. And another three for Sacramento.
This is where Schroeder has really improved over the years, hitting the three with some consistency.
Conley with it. Shoots over Schroeder. Offline from the top of the key. And so it's Minnesota in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. Back right after this. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Timberwolves?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Yeah, you know what? Makes it really easy for the coaching staff in that case. No adjustments needed. Just keep on keeping on.
Randle and Reed holding down the post spots. Conley out there with Dillingham. And it's Clark in at the three. So that's the lineup for Minnesota.
Monk high off the ground to hammer it home. I love that force on the throwdown.
Timberwolves leading by 6. Now here's Conley. And the layup falls. Conley's got 6.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Sacramento's gotten the three-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it. 9 times they've missed. Schroeder against Conley. And it's Schroeder missing. The Timberwolves shooting has been wild. 76%. That's just unbelievable. It's blocked, and that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. Let's take a second look at that fantastic block.
And that block might serve as a spark for this team. We'll see if it can ignite them.
Here is Conley. Puts it up off the inbound, and he hits the jumper for 2. And it's a 10-point Minnesota lead.
And a lot of teams avoid the mid-range jumper, but they seem to be using it well.
I love that mid-range shot. It's definitely giving the defender something extra to think about.
Monk. Randle grabs the board.
Hey, I like creativity and a circus finish as much as anybody. But you better be sure you got a chance to make it.
Having a star in Anthony Edwards, Clark with so much confidence, what kind of impact does that have for the Wolves?
Well, it's huge. I mean, he wants the pressure of carrying the team, and with his outgoing nature and skill set, that mentality, I think, permeates the team and gives it great confidence.
And the call will be against Julius Randle. That's his first foul. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Shannon's checked in. The Kings also at the sub. Sharch is checked in for Eubanks. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Schroeder outside. Back to Sharch. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Schroeder's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Timberwolves leading by 10. Randle down low, covered by Sharch, and it's good for 2. Randle's got 24.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
The Kings have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Quarter number 2, we're about 2 minutes in. Schroeder passes to Monk beyond the arc. That shot missing.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
And Randle throws it down.
And he has his fingerprints all over this first half. He is just shooting it so efficiently.
The Kings trail by 14. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Sharch, that's good.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
For Minnesota, they've gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second quarter. Here's Randle. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Timberwolves.
Tons of points off penetration so far, guys. They're driving at will on the defense, just taking whatever they want.
In addition to that, how about the mid-range action we've seen from this group? Utilizing the jump shot to get them started in the right manner in this one.
And we've heard some coaches complaining about players getting away with traveling. Is that something, Greg, the league needs to clean up?
Well, it's inevitable that a few of those calls are going to be missed. But listen, you'd rather have that than officials whistling travels that didn't happen.
Levine kicks it over to Schroeder. Offline with his 3.
Hey, it was a good look, one he normally capitalizes on.
Here's Randle. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Yeah, it's really been quite a contrast. I like the way they're attacking the middle at their offensive end.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. Edwards is checked in. DeMar DeRozan, he's checked in for the Kings.
You know, Julius Randle offers a versatile skill set. Not only does he have outstanding handles for a guy of his size, he's pretty quick, too. He's also got that strength, which is a pretty nice combination.
And Doug Christie wants a timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy.
assist. Oftentimes in possessions, making the extra pass makes all the difference.
And as you said, the three-point shot has been a major weapon for him. Levine kicks it over to Schroeder. Back to Levine. Again, the miss by the Kings.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
A baseline J, and he hits the jump shot. And the Timberwolves lead by 20.
And usually teams go on runs, and it comes from a lot of layups and dunks, but not now.
Nice swat by Randle, putting the D on him big time.
Here's Reed. That's in, coming off an assist from Randle. Reed's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
Now, here's Achua. 17 points for him last game against the Timberwolves in Minneapolis.
And we have to mention his rebounding. It wasn't all about the offense. He battled his tail off down low.
Sacramento shooting their first free throw of the night. McDaniels, he's checked in for Minnesota.
One shot.
That one misses for Achua. So, Clark, looking at the history of the Timberwolves, they're in the most successful stretch ever.
Yeah, you look at the first 24 seasons, Minnesota won just 2 playoff series total. They've won 4 rounds in the last 2 years alone in the playoffs. You know, what's been the key if you ask that question? I'd say having that guy Anthony Edwards is where you start.
And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Hey, Zach LaVine is becoming a more rugged defender. He said, it takes a toll. I've always been in great shape, but you have to be strong, too. The mental side of it, digging deep and figuring out how to get it done and how much you want it. Now, I like taking on those challenges. Back to you guys.
You got it, making the commitment. All right, Allie, we appreciate the report. Minnesota leading by 19 points. Here's Randle. And Zach LaVine pulls it down. And here's LaVine, who brings it up for the Kings, coming off that loss against the Timberwolves.
I mean, they went into that one with the thought that they may have a chance. No.
It wasn't pretty. That's definitely the case. I mean, I know they'd like to scrub that game from their memories and actually erase it from the hard drive.
And it's good, 2 points.
That's too easy for DeRozan. I mean, you can't give him that kind of look on the inside.
The Timberwolves shooting an almost unfair 78% from the field. And Edwards slams it in.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does make me look back a little bit, but I could never throw it down like that. But it sure does look good.
Here's Monk. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Timberwolves in Minneapolis.
And if you look at his free throw numbers, you can see what kind of pressure he put on the defense. He was in attack mode all night long.
The dunk by Achua.
Hey, you know what he lacks in size, he makes up for with his vertical.
This has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a nice job of extending their lead and maintaining that intensity level.
Over the course of the game, he's been very accurate, doing some great stuff.
Sacramento's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. DeRozan passes to Schroeder. Off target with his 3.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels. What he lacks in height, he certainly makes up for with his bounce.
The Kings trail by 21. And here's Levine. And Levine throws it down.
What a nice move by Levine. Tremendous handle. Gets him anywhere he needs to go. And then he does the rest of the work from there.
Randle against DeRozan. Randle with the bucket. Randle's got 34.
He's lifting up this team with his offensive output. What a big-time quarter for him.
Here's DeRozan. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game. Here's Monk. And rejection by McDaniels.
McDaniels is perhaps the best wing defender in the league, guys, showing us why right there.
Timberwolves leading by 21. Here's Edwards, and Edwards with the stop.
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
Well, I like the way they're playing. A very smart first half. Quality shots, not wasting possessions.
Here's Schroeder after the basket by Minnesota. Outside, Levine. There's the triple. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Schroeder's got 6 assists in the game.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
And those triples, they sure do add up quickly, don't they? I mean, they've got to make some kind of adjustment here.
Randle with the bucket. Randle's got 36.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
And for Sacramento, they're shooting at 48% from the floor. Looking good. Here's Schroeder. He has 7. Pass to DeRozan from deep. And rebounded by McDaniels. McDaniels got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Edwards, and Edwards slams it in.
Edwards, a true scoring machine, and he is relentless. He's lighting it up tonight.
And for Sacramento, they're shooting 47% in the second quarter. Achua finds Levine. That 3 off the mark.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
It's Randle with the drive, and Randle throws it down.
Going towards the basket, that's when Randle's most dangerous.
Now Schroeder, he's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. And here are the Timberwolves. They're on a 16-7 run. Into his mid-30s, the veteran DeMar DeRozan holding up well, Greg.
And such a consistent presence for his team. DeMar plays at his own speed, and he has mastered the art of the mid-range.
Clark Naz Reed, a former 6-man award winner in this league.
Yeah, I tell you, he was given the nickname Big Jelly in high school, and it has stuck with him. In fact, they've got some great T-shirts with that on it. And to be honest, I like it. I just would like to know the backstory as to how he became Big Jelly. His game is pretty sweet, too.
And the first one drops.
I like the fact that Reed is pretty crafty. He's got a good understanding and feel for the game. I mean, he makes plays, especially around the hoop, that other big men can't.
Dante DiVincenzo. He's checked in for Mike Conley. Both free throws good from Reed.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
My kind of hoops. Straight ahead, playing downhill, and physical.
Now here's Westbrook. 5 points in the game. And a miss there on the triple.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Quick and mobile. McDaniels can explode to the 10.
McDaniels gone 4 for 5 from the floor tonight. Just 1 miss. DeRozan, and finished off by DeRozan.
Good work between the teammates that time, leading him perfectly.
This could get even more out of hand if they continue to put up points.
Wow, Kevin, what a performance we are seeing.
Chalk up 2 there. Randle's got 40 points.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for Sacramento. They get to take on the Blazers at Portland after this one. That'll be the last game of their very short 3-game road tour. Plenty of daylight on that shot. 9 points for Keegan Murray.
And Murray makes that catch-and-shoot jumper look much easier than it actually is.
Murray's gone 3 of 6 from outside, 50%. He takes it in, and he goes in for the dunk.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher.
Well, and that's exactly how the game is played in the paint inside, guys. I mean, if you can play over the top, I think you've got a big advantage.
Ouch. Unbelievable jam from a player who's given us more than his share of great ones in his time.
You're right, Greg. Defense was nothing but an afterthought on that drive to the hoop.
Well, I don't think anybody wanted to be the guy at the end of the wrong side on that list.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff.
Yeah, highly efficient. Nothing extra special there. Just effective.
Sacramento with the ball. After the basket by Minnesota. And DeRozan kicks to Monk. His 3-pointers off the mark.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
Minnesota making a switch here. Gobert's checked in.
And didn't have a single free throw in that first quarter, but he started to play with a little bit more of an edge to his game here in the second.
Now here's Westbrook. 7 points in the game. Pass to Monk. Shoots the 3. Minnesota with the rebound. Randle's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. McDaniels with the ball. Out guarded by DeRozan. A nice shot by McDaniels.
If you want the title of 3-and-D player, you've got to make threes. McDaniels has really worked on that shot.
1:14 left in the first half.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
.107 left now here in the second. Here's DiVincenzo, and he throws it down hard with one hand.
Look at how DiVincenzo burst inside on the drive. Gave the defense no time to set up.
The Kings shooting 46% on their attempts in the second quarter. Monk looking around from outside off the mark. And so it's Minnesota with it. Here's Gobert. And Gobert throws it down.
Frenchman doesn't mess around down there. Gobert, what a vicious throwdown.
Here's Westbrook. His last outing, he had 8 points. Monk outside. Pass to Murray. The wide open look here for DeRozan. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And finished off by Edwards.
Edwards just doesn't allow defenders to bottle him up. Great focus and persistence.
Kings shooting in this game 45%. McDaniels against DeRozan. Long for three. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. Westbrook's got his 6th assist on the night.
He's one of those guys who just knows how to generate offense.
Here's Randle, and Randle throws it down.
Yeah, he put some anger behind that one.
You're telling me.
Treated the rim like it stole something from him.
Julius Randle getting it done for Minnesota. He was a true standout at the offensive end, both with his scoring and his passing. We come back right after this.
Hello, everybody. We're here to break it all down, and through the first half of play, it's a very commanding lead for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
They're efficient. They play to their strength. That puts guys in a position to succeed.
Yeah, they take shots they feel confident about. If they don't feel confident, they make the next pass.
And now let's take a glimpse at some of the games on the upcoming schedule.
And looking at the Trailblazers matchup, they'll be facing a team that's had a little better year. But this game is winnable if they bring the energy.
Oh, they're going to need more than energy, Kenny. There's a talent gap here.
And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. We're seeing a tremendous game from Julius Randle.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
Now the Kings with it. Here's who Doug Christie is starting in the second half. In the front court, the forwards will be DeRozan and Murray. LaVine is out there with Russell Westbrook.
Boy, I tell you what, you like LaVine and how he's generating more power with his lower body now, helping the jumper to stay more on point and be more consistent.
Unbelievable jam from a player who's given us more than his share of great ones in his time.
You're right, Greg. Defense was nothing but an afterthought on that drive to the hoop.
Well, I don't think anybody wanted to be the guy at the end of the wrong side on that post.
LaVine deciding where to go with it. And it's off from three-point range. And here's McDaniels. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Here's Randle, and Randle throws it down.
You know, when he's lighting it up like this, they are a hard team to beat.
Second half rolling along now. About a minute played here. Outside Westbrook. To the paint. Wants to get it to DeRozan, and does. And it's in there. DeRozan's got 8.
Yep, Westbrook seems to have a sixth sense for those kinds of openings. Knows exactly where the gap is and finds his teammate perfectly.
It's Edwards on the wing.
That's not what I was expecting.
Me either. I don't think anybody was. Even he didn't know what he was going to pull off on that one. Spectacular.
Takes creativity and spontaneity. The ability to make it up on the fly, that's special.
Westbrook against DiVincenzo. Outside LaVine. Now here's Westbrook, guarded closely. And DeRozan with the basket on the assist from Westbrook.
Timeout.
Westbrook's
Timeout.
got assist number 8
Starting.
here in this one already. And the Timberwolves call time here. We get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. Taking a look at Minnesota. Right now they've compiled the 6th best record in the conference. And of course Sacramento. Right now quite a ways down below.
Well, for the Timberwolves, this hasn't been the breakout season that many were predicting, but they're still very much in the hunt for a high postseason seed. And that will keep them focused here during the season's final stages.
And they need to stay focused. I mean, they have to ensure they hang on to a high seed. It's imperative for them.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Boy, I like the disposition and attitude since halftime. They're patiently looking for good shots.
Here's Westbrook. After the basket by Minnesota. For 3, Levine. DiVincenzo with the rebound. Timberwolves have gone 4 for 4 from the field since the halftime break. Terrific start to the third quarter. And that one drops. DiVincenzo's got 4 points this quarter.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
An NBA champion with the Bucks. Clark, what do you think about Dante DiVincenzo?
Boy, the guy's a winner. I mean, I think about his spectacular performance in the championship game back in 2018. And then he plays hard all the time. I mean, he's willing to do whatever it takes to help the team win. And his defense and three-point shooting bring great value to his team.
Pass to Levine. Outside DeRozan. Clock at 6. Back to Levine. They grab their own miss, and Westbrook is right there.
The energy Westbrook plays with is infectious. He looks to hit the boards whenever he can.
Edwards with it. Now defended by Levine. Shot from free throw range. Misses off the left iron. Sacramento's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Westbrook surveying the D. And there's Levine on the assist by Westbrook. Levine's got 12.
Levine has a really good knack for when to fire off the catch. Absolutely dangerous offensive play.
Now here's McDaniel. He's got 11, and the basket is good.
A nice job taking what the defenders gave him. These guys need a gut check right now.
Well, that's exactly the kind of defense that's gotten them into the hole.
Sacramento's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Double team on Westbrook. DeRozan in the corner. A three-pointer off the mark.
Well, he won't miss many of those, not when he gets a good look like that.
The 17-footer. And again, it's Minnesota.
And they are earning points with the jump shot now.
And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for the Kings. Pass to Levine. Here's Westbrook. Three-pointer. It's no good. He's now 4 of 9 from the field. Up top, DiVincenzo. He's covered by Westbrook. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Here's Gobert. It's deflected. Westbrook with it. 9 points in the game so far. Again, the miss by the King. For Minnesota, they've gone 7 of 10 on their field goal attempts here in the third. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Gobert plays as tough at the rim offensively as anybody in the league.
Here's DeRozan. 10 points for him. Good for his 6th make and a dozen attempts, shooting 50% with that basket.
You cannot shoot the ball much better than he is right now.
Timberwolves have gotten 8 of their 11 shots to drop since the break. A great third quarter for them offensively. 18 feet out. Good as the jump shot falls. McDaniel's got 4 points in the quarter.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
They keep pulling up and watching them go down. It's a really nice thing to see.
And Sacramento has possession after the basket by Minnesota. The 10-footer. And that one, good. He's got 8.
He's giving them a spark because he can't win this game all by himself.
Pass to Edwards. Over Levine. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. Edwards got 23. The Kings shooting it well here in the third, about 50%. Now here's Westbrook. 9 points in the game so far. Just 5 on the clock. Minnesota with the rebound. Next up on the schedule, the Grizzlies. That'll be a home game. Randle with the bucket. Randle's got 49 points in the game.
It's just hard to believe that someone can perform at such a high level. They've got to thank him for this lead.
Sacramento's gotten 1 of 6 three-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. Pass to DeRozan. From the high post. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. And a 4-time Defensive Player of the Year, Rudy Gobert is improving his perimeter defense as well, Greg. It's helped his overall game.
Yeah, teams have looked to pull him outside and test his lateral quickness. But I tell you, he holds up better than you'd think, and we know his presence at the rim.
Shooting 2.
A free throw drops for Gobert. You know, Clark, Rudy Gobert is often the victim of unfair criticism.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more there. I mean, that's just what people tend to do, the talking heads, if you will. I think too many times folks focus on what he can't do instead of appreciating all that he does. I mean, he excels as a rim protector, a screener, a physical presence in the paint. I mean, I think he's going to go down as one of the all-time outstanding defenders in league history. Look, we all know Rudy Gobert is a force on defense, but you can't afford to ever ignore this guy. I mean, he's got the physical gifts to make problems anywhere on the floor.
Here's Achua. The dunk by Achua.
Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He's one of the best in the business, absolutely.
Boy, he makes it look easy. He is an absolutely imposing finisher around the rim.
Here is Conley. He's got 10. Three-pointer. At Basket number 6 to his stat sheet. He's now 6 for 10.
One of the league's more reliable three-point shooters. Conley didn't always have that in his game, but he's lethal now.
Here's Westbrook, and Westbrook throws it down. Great game for him, double-double now. 11 points and 10 assists.
Hello. I mean, that's what I call a move.
Woo. That is some artistry. Greg, you're right. On his way to the basket, he was soaring.
Hey, bump the move. How about the finish? That's right, fella. Bang that thing.
Dillingham with the bucket.
If you're waiting for him to miss when he's that open, you're going to be in for a long wait.
Westbrook against Conley. DeRozan for 3. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Clark outside. Over Levine. Randle. Another one goes. Incredible. That gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
You know, this guy never stops working. He's always going hard, and Randle's aggressiveness is what allows him to be such a good offensive rebounder.
DeRozan for 3. Rebound, Minnesota. Gobert's got 11 rebounds in the game. And so Gobert will bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. This group has players swatting away the most shots in the league this month, the shot block leaders. Number 5 is Keegan Murray.
And guys, as the month has unfolded, his interior defense has gotten better and better.
And the Timberwolves call time here. Some changes here for the Kings. Eubanks, he's checked in for Keegan Murray, and it's Malik Monk in for Zach LaVine.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
A free throw drops for Gobert.
And part of what makes Gobert effective is his presence. Just the threat of a shot blocker is a deterrent, and it makes him a monster on D.
Naz Reid, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. The Kings also with the sub. Schroeder's checked in. And he can't hit the second. And Clark, one idea that Commissioner Silver mentioned, shortening NBA games to 40 minutes as opposed to the current 48 minutes. What are your thoughts there?
You know, Kevin, I don't know if shortening the game would be an answer. I certainly would love to see the season shortened. Take maybe 12 to 14 games off the regular season. I think would go a long way to enhancing the season-long quality of play.
Miller's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Minnesota's gone 3 of 3 from three-point land here tonight. Here's Dillingham. And DeMar DeRozan pulls it down. The Kings shooting pretty well at 46% from the floor. Schroeder against Conley. Schroeder passes to Achua. Wants to get it to DeRozan and does. Here's the teardrop. Reed with the defensive effort.
No matter how good you are, it's tough with the defender draped all over you.
There's Miller with the three. Buries the long-range jumper. Miller's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And here are the Kings now. Monk outside. Pass to DeRozan. Down low. Here's Achua. The dunk by Achua.
One of his specialties on display there, a nifty lead pass.
Minnesota's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. And the shot goes in. Smart, accurate passes, Greg, are really paying off for them at the moment.
And also good off-ball movement. Everyone is paying attention and looking to create the best shot for the team.
Schroeder, great pass to set up the lay-in. Schroeder's got 9.
Outstanding entry pass there. He knew exactly where to go with the ball.
Pass to Miller. And Miller throws it down hard.
Another dime in the stellar career of dime dropping by Mike Conley. I tell you, he's dropped thousands of dimes in his career.
And for Sacramento, they're shooting it well here in the third, about 50%. Schroeder passes to Eubanks. Now, here's Monk. Back to Eubanks. And he says, right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
And how about the bounce pass there being used to perfection?
Minnesota's gotten off 4 shots from three-point range tonight and buried every one of them. Here's Conley. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Conley's got 5 points now this quarter. Here's Schroeder. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
There's a minute left in the third. Pass to Miller. Shoots over Achua. Sacramento grabs the miss. Monk outside. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assist. DeRozan's got assist number 8 here in this one already. Now the Timberwolves with it. And it's Conley penetrating. Count the basket. He's got 17.
Finding the soft spot in the defense there. Crafty work by Conley.
The Kings shooting 48% from the field. Not bad at all. That one falls through. It's his 6th make from the floor this game. Now 6 for 10.
Oh, man, check out the handle. I didn't know he had that in his game.
Pulls up on the wing. Minnesota gets it back. And a new shot clock of 14 seconds. Count it. Good.
No misses for him yet in this quarter. Solid as a rock.
And it's DeRozan with the ball for the Sacramento Kings. Pass to Achua. In the corner, it's Monk. And the 3-ball is good. Monk's got 16.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long-distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves enjoying the kind of gigantic lead you almost never see. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. Right back after this break. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. We got Joe Ingles. He's out there with Reed. It's Beringer in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Ellis surveying the D. Here's Eubanks. Stolen away. Here's Beringer. Eubanks defending. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. Clark is checked in for Minnesota.
Number 22, Jalen Clark.
Here's Shannon. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
You can't miss those, but even the best do on occasion.
Pass to Achua for the three. Reed with the rebound. Reed's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Beringer. Hits the front of the rim and out. Ellis outside. And here is Monk. Back to Ellis. From downtown, it's hauled in by Shannon.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Fires from 18. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
And guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
Not at all. I mean, that's where they want him looking for a teammate, not trying to do it on his own. He needs to share the wealth there.
Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Here's Conley. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Conley's got 23 points.
More often than not, Conley's the table setter. He's been the finisher tonight.
Now Eubanks. Monk for three. Trains the three-pointer. He's got 19.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
Conley inside the line, and it's off the back rim. No good. Sacramento's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. For 3, Ellis. And Beringer pulls it down. Minnesota's gone a very strong 4 for 5 from three-point land in the ball game. And Zach LaVine pulls it down. Pass to Monk. Back to LaVine. To the inside. Kicks it out to Ellis. There's the 3. Drops in the tray.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
You know, everyone's aware, Clark, of the team rivalries in the NBA, but there are, I think, still plenty of personal ones, too.
Yeah, I would agree with you there, Kevin. I mean, you've got highly competitive, accomplished guys making up the rosters on NBA teams. And if a player wins the individual matchup in one game, you can be sure that opponent in the next game is going to look to make things a little different.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him.
Tell you what, Conley may not be in his prime from an age standpoint, but I tell you, he is still tremendous as a floor leader, general, and he's a stabilizing presence on this team.
Joe Ingles, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Dillingham comes in for Clark. DeMar DeRozan, he's checked in for the Kings. Dennis Schroeder comes in for Keon Ellis. And so Mike Conley nails both of them.
And Conley's the guy that leads by example. And as a result, his teammates respect and trust him completely.
Schroeder kicks to Levine. Offensive rebound. Here's Eubanks. And he uses the glass on the layup. Eubanks got 4 this quarter.
If you don't box him out, he's going to make you pay.
And so Conley will bring the ball up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Lets it fly. Rebound by the Kings. Monk outside. Schroeder outside. A three-pointer, no good. And for the Timberwolves, their shooting has been sensational. 75% for the game. Kings have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. 4 of 9. Tries the spin move. And yes, it's good.
You know, it's not just the three-point shot for Levine. He's got a lot of bounce, and that helps him get to the hoop, too.
Minnesota's gone a very strong 4 for 5 from three-point land in the ball game. Here's Conley. Rebound by the Kings. Eubanks got rebound number 8 now on the night. Outside, Levine. Pass to Eubanks. Monk kicks to DeRozan. 5 on the clock. Lets it go with the 3. Reed with the rebound. Reed's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Shoots over Schroeder. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in.
Naz Reid is a very good shooting big.
Kings have gone 5 of 11 from the field in the fourth quarter. On the wing, Levine. And DeRozan with the basket on the assist by Levine. Levine's got his 3rd assist on the night. Minnesota calls timeout. Island is checked in for Mike Conley. Then for the Kings, Keegan Murray comes in for Eubanks. And it's Russell Westbrook in for Dennis Schroeder. Minnesota's gone a very strong 4 for 5 from three-point land in the ball game. 16 feet away. Dillingham, no good. Kings have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the fourth and even 50%. Offensive rebound. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. Minnesota shooting just phenomenal here tonight. 73% from the field. Here's Ingles. Another miss by Minnesota. And for the Kings, they're shooting at a 46% clip in the fourth quarter. The shot by Monk is no good.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Ring shot on the way. And the shot no good, a bit short. And the Kings shooting it pretty well, close to 50%. Outside, Levine for three. Reed with the rebound.
Hey, I have no idea why he's still shooting threes. He's got to find another way to be productive.
And the Timberwolves call time. One suggestion I've heard for All-Star Weekend, a one-on-one competition.
Yeah, it's worth a shot. Anything that would perhaps enhance the competitiveness of All-Star Weekend, I think would be helpful.
Levine, good.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
You know what? Teams can get a little three-happy down the stretch sometimes, letting it fly.
And once again off the mark by Minnesota. And it's Sacramento's ball. They're on a 17-6 run. Here's Murray. Rebound, Minnesota.
The defense made an impact right there. Definitely got him uncomfortable going up with it.
Shot on the wing. Russell Westbrook with the rebound. Westbrook's got 6 rebounds in the game. Levine passes to Westbrook. Here's DeRozan. Good. Nice assist from Westbrook. Westbrook's got assist number 11 for him here tonight.
Guys, you remember when DeMar DeRozan first came into the league? He was just really a raw athlete. Now he's a finely tuned offensive juggernaut.
Minnesota's gone a very strong 4 for 5 from three-point land in the ball game. Here's Ingles. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Westbrook's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
For him, it has not been a game to remember, but all they care about is that W.
Here's Levine, and Levine throws it down.
Hey, for all that Levine can do on the hardwood, at heart, he's a pure scorer.
Minnesota shooting 69%, showing you what a well-oiled offense looks like tonight. Very smooth pace to this offense, guys.
Yeah, looking to keep building on this run.
That one goes. Count it.
Few guys, if any, do it better. DeRozan knows the mid-range shot is his patented shot, and he makes it happen.
And Clark, is someone who has been around the game their entire life, what advice would you give to younger players?
A couple of things, Kevin, I would highlight. One is embrace the work, embrace the process of development, run your own race in that regard, stay away from the snare of compare, and dedicate yourself to being a continual learner and always striving to get better.
DeRozan surveying the D. Goes back up. Basket counts.
The 6'7" native of Compton, DeMar DeRozan, getting it done. Great strength there.
And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for Minnesota.
They've been playing some really physical offense, just attacking the paint as much as possible. And I tell you what, they have been very successful with that strategy.
And I love the fact they kept the pressure on, really pushing that ball, running it up the floor. I love seeing that. A team staying aggressive even when they're playing well.
And here is Conley. Pass to Shannon. Over Levine. Shots good by Shannon. Shannon's got his first 2 points of the night.
That is good offense, unselfish play.
And so Westbrook will bring it up for the King. He's looking for Levine and finds him. And the jam by Levine.
What a marvelous athlete Levine is, soaring off the ground with ease for the jam and looks so good floating in the air.
And the Timberwolves with possession here. Outside Conley, over Westbrook. Conley's shot is off. The Kings shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. DeRozan with it. And it's Miller picking him up. Pass to Westbrook. Wide open look. Miller grabs the miss.
I didn't care for his shot selection that time. He needs to let the game come to him a little bit. Just relax, take your time some.
Sacramento grabs the miss. Westbrook's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Outside Levine. The 3. And again, another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. With floor spacing so in demand league-wide, Clark, there are non-shooting big men on the chopping block, wouldn't you say?
I agree. I mean, for centers, you've got to have the awareness as far as cutting and moving off the ball and then using what they call circle action in the paint to create an angle for the pass and stay out of the way. Those are things that are part of the game now for the big guys.
And for Sacramento, they're shooting it well here in the fourth quarter, 50%. Westbrook drives in, and there it is for him.
Excellent job that time by Westbrook. Spots a weakness and then burst right to exploit it.
Minnesota's gone a very strong 4 for 5 from three-point land in the ball game. Here's Shannon. And Westbrook pulls it down. Westbrook's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Left side Levine. And Levine throws it down.
Oh, and look at how well he led him in there. Really, he passed him open for that deuce.
Now here's Reed. He's guarded close. Russell Westbrook with the rebound. And there's a minute 45 left to play here in the fourth. Here's Levine. Good D by Miller. Here's Shannon. DeRozan defending. Shots good by Shannon.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Minnesota.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And in terms of the season record, this is going to be their 18th win overall. And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Julius Randle.
He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
And the Timberwolves call timing. They're up by 26. Teams changing it up here. Minnesota's gone a very strong 4 for 5 from three-point land in the ball game. Here's Conley, rebounded by Ellis. Inside, and the jam by Levine.
A great assist. Nice work from Russell Westbrook.
There's 42 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Outside, Reed. Let's go. That one falls through. It's his sixth make from the floor this game. Now 6 for 10.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
And I think they can start that celebration right now. I mean, what a terrific team victory.
Look, it's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Now they're playing with urgency, huh? They could have done it much earlier before the game was out of reach.
And they can just dribble the ball until the buzzer.
Yeah, they got to be happy with the outcome.
Conley, Sacramento grabs the miss. Outside Westbrook. And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And that about wraps it up. Alongside Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan. And as always, we appreciate you joining us right here tonight on 2K. And as we leave you, let's take a look at our player of the game, Julius Randle.